Justice Martha Koome has spoken out to distance herself from the controversial terrorism-related charges brought by the officer of the Director of Public Prosecutions. Now, Koome made it clear that decisions on who to charge must be based strictly on evidence and the law, not influenced by her past statements or by what the public thinks. Take a look.
With more than 100 protesters out of the 1,500 arrested following the June 25th and the Sabasaba protests that rocked the nation, facing terrorism charges. Today, Chief Justice Martha Koome broke her silence over the matter, distancing herself from terrorism-related charges filed by the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions.
Terrorism remains a dynamic and evolving threat to national and global peace and security, and it is essential that we continually enhance our knowledge, skills, and competencies to handle these complex cases effectively and expeditiously.
Koome emphasizing that charging decisions must be based strictly on evidence and the law, not on her past statements or public opinion. She has further clarified that it is the responsibility of the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions to present sufficient evidence in court against individuals accused of terrorism.
The law sets out clear thresholds, as the presenters have presented here, of what constitutes terrorism. It is the responsibility of the police to conduct investigations and for the Director of Public Prosecutions to independently make an assessment both of the law and evidence to ensure that any charges presented in court meet these legal standards.
On Thursday, the Office of the Director of Public Prosecution defended its decision to file terrorism charges against suspects linked to the violent incident during the June 25th and the July 7th protests. These came amid criticism from opposition leaders, civil society, and members of public. The DPP clarified that the charges were not intended to suppress political expression, but were grounded in evidence, indicating deliberate and coordinated acts of violence targeting public institutions and threatening national security.
Not only the act of bombing, the act of destroying any government installations is an act of terrorism under the porter. It is within the law. It is not somebody making. When you apply it, then it's not the law. That is the law.
Of Terrorism Act of 2012 outlines the legal framework for identifying, preventing and prosecuting acts of terrorism in Kenya. It also criminalizes providing support for terrorism, including the use of forged documents, and established the National Counter-Terrorism Center to coordinate the country's counter-terrorism efforts. Meanwhile, the government's response to recent protests continue to spark national debates. While authorities defend their actions, human rights organizations have raised concerns over the use of excessive force and the application of harsh, potentially overreaching charges. Samira Mohammed for TV 47, Nairobi.